3 hours after the defense mission began, there were 3,012 deaths and 7,023 critical injuries. One of the 4 bases had been completely destroyed. Gasping for breath, Hayu says, "It's finally over." People cheer. They survived. They actually beat that wave of enemies. Suddenly, a military truck pulls up. It's the Korean army. Soldiers get out and call for civilians and the injured to get inside. They are being evacuated to Namsun Tower. One soldier thanks Kiju, telling her she really gave it her all. But the girl just replies that was nothing special. The soldier says thanks to the time she bought them, the military and the police were able to organize, and now they are being sent out to different zones. That character is Ku Zayang, level 1, class, ordinary citizen. He's wearing the helm of Helden, a heroic class item. Thanks to an unshakable faith, the wearer doesn't fall into confusion, fear, or disorientation. Hai says that means it's finally over, but Ku responds that phone calls and the internet aren't working, so it's hard to say for sure. They are using shortwave radios to communicate, and they should be getting status reports from the other locations soon. For now, they need to head to Namsun Tower. Hai agrees, until someone behind them suddenly shouts, "No, it's not over. It's our hero, Choyu." He's holding a book in his hand, and even though he's injured, he says a boss will appear soon. He explains that the book has all the mission details, monster info, current progress, everything is written in it. He turns the book toward them and asks them to look, but when they do, Hiju says it's just a blank page. Jae-ang, the soldier, confirms he doesn't see anything either. Hai asks if this is one of those manuals only he can read. John thinks so. He guesses it's like an information-based artifact. Choi is stunned. He's the only one who can read it. John, frustrated, thinks to himself, if that's true. Then Choi has one seriously broken item. In a world like this, information is power. So, he tells Choi to give them everything he's got. Choi is confused. But Jae-ang says he needs proof of what's actually written in the book. So, Choi starts reading. He says the Helm of Alden is a heroic class item. It belongs to a set, 6 pieces total. The current user is Sergeant Jae-ang. He's got 21 days left until he's discharged. As for Gohu, her weapon is a legendary class item called the Fang of the Imperial Flame Dragon. Surprisingly, the song she likes to sing most at karaoke is Shilgap Mountain. Hiju turns red, flustered, and asks him to stop. She says that if the book even contains personal information, then it has to be real. John agrees, it really is a data book. If that's the case, then the boss must really be on the way. John gets serious. He says they confirm the artifact's ability and that they're in contact with Hai. Cut to somewhere else. Someone mutters that they think about this every now and then. If this world were a game, they'd probably be considered a glitch in the system, because everything here feels way too easy for them. It's a guy in a striped outfit with a headband. He says that's why they were made like this, to keep them from going out into the world. He's surrounded by toys and games scattered all over the floor. It's like the system operator found a bug and sealed it off. And if the day ever comes when they're allowed to step into the real world. Back at the city, someone shouts for Choyu, and the boy snaps to attention. It's Sergeant Jae-ang. He says HQ has given him the green light. It's a gamble, sure, but they don't have a better plan and there's no time to waste. So, they've decided to trust Choi's information. Choi looks nervous. Jae hands him a walkie-talkie and asks him, "Please provide as much information and as many countermeasures as you can." Choi nods. He tests the device and asks if they can hear him. Then he says he's going to start explaining the defense mission. This is a defense-type mission. That means they have to protect the bases from waves of monsters, which will show up every 6 hours. At the end of each wave, a boss will appear. This time, it's a 2-headed ogre. Its difficulty level is 1, and it uses both close-range combat and magic simultaneously. Choi says they'll win if they can defend the base 4 times a day, 12 times across 3 days, and defeat the boss of the monster wave. He has all the data on this mission. If they use that information to form a strategy, they can survive. After that, he says he's going to find a way to return to their original world. Hearing this, Hiju is left speechless. This guy isn't just thinking about the mission in front of him. He's already thinking ahead about what comes after. Choi gets serious and says it's time to begin. But he should have double-checked something back then. Something he missed while he was unconscious. The fine print on the item, Book of Krasna, the sacrifice of sovereignty's defense. It monopolizes all rewards from anyone with whom the information was shared. It started with Gohu and Ku Jiang, but the reach goes far beyond them. Everyone Choi speaks to will be affected. It doesn't only apply to people who heard the information directly from him. It ends up including anyone who heard it from someone else or even just caught rumors or things like it. In other words, any and all information that starts with him causes harm to the people around him. Which means the army trying to defend against the boss and fighting off the monsters could be in serious danger just by knowing. And yet, even with that risk, they keep fighting and winning again and again under Choi's command. But the more they fight, the more danger their lives are in, and more people end up tied to Choi's book. The list of names under the Demon King of Sovereignty, Kranina, just keeps growing. Meanwhile, the total population of Pawn 8 is 193,256. The number of sovereignty sacrifices has already reached 176,542. In just one day, 91% of the population was registered as a sacrifice. And that was only the beginning of Choi's sins, which would stretch all the way to the final moments of the game. A defense mission works like a tower defense game. Multiple enemies approach from different directions. Monsters head toward the bases, trying to destroy them, while the players have to build up forces to stop them. A wave of creatures starts approaching the population, and Choi gives the command for the army to strike. First, hit them with long-range weapons that cover wide areas. Then, while the first batch of weapons is reloading, begin the second wave of attacks using the other long-range weapons. Level 1 difficulty monsters aren't intelligent, so they are terrible at defending themselves or coordinating. The army fires from behind barricades, unloading everything they've got. It's easy to lure the monsters exactly where they want them. The creatures just charge forward. If they get them injured enough, the monsters will scatter. Then, they'll run straight into elite units with high-tier gear that can wipe them out in one go. Choi keeps giving out directions, where to maintain formation, which locations need more people. The Book of Cran updates in real time, tracking everything that's happening. That way, Choi always knows what's going on. He just has to think about the information he wants, flip the page, and it'll appear instantly. As long as he's holding the book, he can access it. With it, Choi relays everything. What kind of gear is good for long-range support, when to hold the line, when to push, and exactly when the monsters will come together. With everyone following the plan, they can survive. Smoke spreads across the city. Monsters are getting blasted from every direction. The army keeps pressing forward. Captain Jiang announces that the area is secure and tells the third squad to begin their sweep.